Complete. It's a bit cheeky using this phrase, but Tyson is the best boxing 4 player in the bigs.
But obviously pumped. Interviews underway and just building up towards a massive night on Saturday. And what a way to end a crazy match.
I'm struggling. I think this is for the first time, all week until I got here. I said I was sure Usyk on Monday, but then now I'm struggling. I can't really help it, man. I'm struggling.
Johnny Nelson originally was heavily sided and favored Oleksandr Usyk, but since he has spent some time with Tyson Fury, he seemed to have changed his stance towards the rematch. Johnny Nelson stated, "Listened and spoken to Fury, I thought, there he is. You should have been here the first time around." Nelson argued that one usually has the first time to build an impression, and Tyson Fury successfully blew that in the first fight, but this time around he is more fiery and feisty.
Now he's got a bit of spitefulness about him. Tyson. I actually like that. And the first fight, I thought Tyson had beaten me, didn't. Usyk, beat him. I think now Usyk's downloaded a blueprint to beat Tyson. But I'm telling you now, this is one of those fights that I would struggle. I would definitely not put my house on.
In conversation with Male Sport Boxing, Johnny Nelson added that during the time of the first fight, he believed that Tyson Fury would be beating Usyk and emerge victorious, but he was surprised at how passionate Usyk was. Nelson stated that he had not realized Tyson Fury's complacency, adding, "Massive mistake, I thought he probably learned that lesson from the Ngannou fight."
To perform the way he did in the fight, I'm thinking, why would you try and play the fool to catch the wise in this fight? Be you. Use everything that's got you here in the first place.
In regards to the first fight, Johnny Nelson praised Oleksandr Usyk, stating that no one had ever seen Tyson Fury struggle so much. Johnny added, "Usyk dogged him. He, Usyk, just wouldn't leave him Fury alone." According to Nelson, it was fortunate that the referee jumped in when he did.
The first time we've seen Tyson in such trouble, even though he was out cold on his back against Wilder, in such trouble, he was staggered. He was gone. He was lumbering around the ring.
Furthermore, Nelson dismissed allegations that Tyson Fury became confused during his fight due to his father's shouting and the chaotic atmosphere in his corner, addressing claims of inconsistency and excessive noise from his team. Nelson rejected the notion that these factors disrupted Fury's focus or performance.
I just don't think you can pin it on that, the result on that, because obviously when Daniel Dubois boxed and his father was doing it and it's successful, it's not a problem. But so why would it be a problem when Tyson's dad's doing it? Him in the gym and it wasn't going his way and his dad was shouting and screaming at him then, and Tyson had the grace to be able to stop in the middle of sparring and turn around to his dad and say, "Shut up, you get here and do it." So they're both arguing. I'm like, hello?
Nelson also sheds light on the fact that Tyson Fury plays different tactics and mind games in order to get inside his opponent's head. However, he noted that none of these strategies appeared effective against Oleksandr Usyk. Nelson suggested this might have been due to a language barrier, or perhaps because Usyk deliberately acted as if he did not understand Tyson Fury, displaying a lack of understanding, which in turn was effective in neutralizing Fury's psychological approach.
Realized his words were not as effective as he wanted them to be, so he wanted to use his physicality to say, if you don't understand what I'm saying, you understand what I'm doing. And Usyk, again, silence was deadly.
Talking about the rematch, Johnny Nelson pointed out that this time Tyson will be doing things that were expected of him in the first fight. That is to bring his physicality into the game. Nelson added that Tyson can no longer surprise Usyk, as he now knows what Tyson can do. Johnny Nelson said, "Tyson is fighting on emotion. He is fighting on anger, like Tyson wants all his opponents to do that."
I'm not letting this jumped up middleweight knock me out. I've put weight on. I'm big. If he couldn't do it then, he's not going to do it now. This is his mindset. That doesn't mean Usyk won't be able to outbox him, outfox him, outmove him, out everything him. And it's the shots you don't see coming that cause the problems.
Johnny Nelson said Tyson Fury started to believe his own hype, which as a boxer, he should not have paid too much attention on, as this makes the perspective of a fighter clouded, and he starts to believe that he is now invincible.
You can get to a stage when you're a champion that you start to believe in your own hype. And that was one thing we were always taught, never believe in the good or the bad they say about you in the paper, because they don't know you personally. You've just done a good job.
Which in Tyson's case, he did believe that he was now unbeatable.
Is where Tyson presents the image that he believes in his own hype. And when you do that, you think it's a God-given gift that you're going to do it no matter what.
Johnny Nelson described the first fight as a humbling experience for Tyson Fury, observing that in the lead-up to the rematch, Fury has adopted a noticeably quieter and more reserved demeanor compared to his usual brash and outspoken self.
Like a quiet mouse. And he was like a quiet mouse because he understood this guy has my number. So therefore, no matter what I say.
Nelson also pointed to a moment during the press conference when Tyson Fury signed a photograph for Oleksandr Usyk, laughing it off. He said this was another indication of Fury's more subdued and reflective attitude leading up to the rematch.
And signed it. I'm like, is he not? He's not going to sign that. And he signed it, and he tried to smile it off and laugh it off, and I thought, wow, that took a lot. Fury now knows he doesn't think. He knows he's not the best fighter in the world, and that can affect your ego, your confidence, your self-belief. If you become accustomed to that, that day comes eventually. And
British sports promoter Eddie Hearn quite recently predicted, giving his views on the rematch, that this fight between Usyk and Fury will always be a close fight because at the level they are fighting is the best of the best. Eddie Hearn stated that the rematch would be very compelling and the rounds comprising will be very, very close.
You know, anything can happen on a given night. This fight will always be close. Like, unless someone lands a shot from the gods early on. And the same applies this Saturday. You're not going to see a 10-2 fight, in my opinion. You're going to see a fight with close rounds.
Eddie stated that fight night would be interesting, as it would provide answers to lingering questions about Tyson Fury. He emphasized that the bout would reveal whether Fury has made the necessary adjustments and if he can reclaim his dominance in the ring.
And I think, you know, the bounce back's going to be interesting for Tyson Fury. Don't forget, he's never lost before.
He asked, how does the mentality change? Does it hinder his confidence? Does he come back a new fighter with a newfound belief and desire?
Belief and desire, we'll find out Saturday, but are going to be a close, compelling fight either way.
Eddie Hearn praised Usyk, stating that Usyk is exceptional when it comes to him analyzing his opponents on the spot. Eddie said that compared to other fighters that analyze their opponents by watching old clips, Usyk does it in the ring during the fight.
See, a lot of fighters will go away, watch tape, study, you know, and then put a game plan together. He does it on the spot.
Yeah. Eddie Hearn stated, Usyk adapts so well during a fight, and also this fight again. Unless something crazy happens, will all be about the second half of the fight.
Really difficult to do, because I've not really seen anyone yet that's been capable of kicking on in the second half of the fight and the championship rounds against Oleksandr Usyk.
The result.
Eddie highlighted that the outcome of the fight could shape Tyson Fury's future significantly. If Fury secures a victory, it could set the stage for a trilogy with Oleksandr Usyk or a long-awaited showdown with Anthony Joshua. However, if Fury suffers a defeat, Eddie suggested that a matchup with Joshua would be the more suitable and likely path forward for the heavyweight star.
Unfortunately, a Fury defeat probably makes the AJ fight more likely, but I would like to see him win and challenge AJ for the world heavyweight title. But
Eddie Hearn shared his perspective on Oleksandr Usyk's future in the heavyweight division, praising Usyk's impressive performances since moving up from cruiserweight. Hearn remarked that he doesn't see any upcoming fight or opponent in the heavyweight division that could truly motivate Usyk at this stage of his career. Eddie, speculating challenges for Oleksandr Usyk, said, I have never really seen a fighter go up, stay there for so long, and then come back down again.
like, what are the fights for Usyk? I mean, you've got a Dubois fight, maybe. I don't think that's going to motivate him. AJ fight, but I don't really see that happening. You know, I mean, so if he wants to come down and fight Opataya, but is that going to be the money in that fight that he's used to now?
Hearn also questioned whether Usyk, accustomed to the financial rewards of heavyweight boxing, would even find satisfaction in stepping back down to cruiserweight. Concluding his thoughts, Hearn said that if Usyk chooses to retire, he will be remembered as a generational great, gluing his legacy in the sport.
I mean, he's already goes down as a generational great. But then again, like, if you're putting good performances together, it's difficult to go. You want to go when you're kind of like, I'm done.
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah, I guess we'll see.
Finally giving his predictions for the Usyk versus Fury 2 fight, Eddie Hearn stated that it is difficult to pick against Usyk, but that is exactly what he will do. He said he picks Tyson Fury as the victor of the bout, predicting a win by points. Hearn acknowledged the challenge that Usyk presents, but believes Fury's unique combination of size, skill, and mentality will see him through. With both fighters at the peak of their careers, it promises to be a thrilling contest, but Hearn is confident that Fury will edge out the victory when the final bell rings. He adds that perhaps it is his British blood that compels him to pick the underdog.
Like I said, to beat Usyk, you've got to do extraordinary things. And I just think Tyson is capable of doing something extraordinary on set. Maybe that's my heart taking over. Maybe that's my British underdog mentality. But yeah, I'm going to go for Tyson Fury.
Adam Smith, TV presenter and commentator, spoke with PBF, expressing his excitement. Smith described the atmosphere of the fight week as electric and stated that the timing of the bout, just days before Christmas, is equivalent to receiving an early Christmas present. Adam Smith analyzed the fight, stating that Oleksandr Usyk dominated the opening 3 rounds with his skill and precision. He noted that Tyson Fury took control during the middle rounds, particularly from the 4th to the 7th. However, Smith highlighted that the momentum shifted decisively in the 8th round, with Usyk asserting dominance for the remainder of the bout. With Usyk at his camp for a few days. Recounting his time spent with Oleksandr Usyk at his training camp, as the fighter geared up for the highly anticipated bout, Adam recalled it as a privilege and a pleasure, experiencing Usyk train and getting to watch him closely. He added, "Watching him swim was something extraordinary. He could be a professional swimmer, he could be a professional, he could be, well, he is a footballer. He could do anything, really." Smith shared his thoughts on what Oleksandr Usyk might change in his approach to the upcoming fight against Tyson Fury. He stated that Usyk is the type of fighter who will adapt to any adjustments Fury makes, emphasizing Adam Smith mentioned that Tyson Fury will likely use his weight to his advantage in the fight, pushing Oleksandr Usyk to his limits. He believes Fury will focus on landing body shots to wear Usyk down. However, Smith also pointed out that beating Usyk will be a tough task due to the skill level Oleksandr Usyk possesses. Adam Smith responded to a question from PBF about the retirement and future plans of both fighters. Smith stated that he doesn't foresee either Tyson Fury or Oleksandr Usyk stepping out of the spotlight anytime soon. He emphasized that both boxers are likely to continue their careers for the foreseeable future, keeping their focus on the ring rather than stepping away from the sport. Smith added, "You may hear Fury loses. You may hear him going away for a while, but he'll come back and fight Joshua this week." He addressed that so many media talks are draining, as he mostly has to repeat himself. Tyson calls it hard work. Fury, in regards to facing Oleksandr Usyk, stated, "None of that means anything. I am looking forward towards Saturday night and being victorious." Tyson conveyed his eagerness to step into the ring, leaving no doubt about him being ready to deliver a dominant performance.
You still got the press conference on the way in to do?
None of that means anything. I'm looking forward to Saturday night and being victorious and going home, having a good Christmas. I'm not sure, you can never talk for other people. Usyk will do what he's got to do, and I'll see him on Saturday night for a big boy fight.
During the final press clear that this moment is about intensity and delivering a dominant performance, and it seems Tyson can't wait to get in the ring with Oleksandr Usyk. He stated, "Watch me gotta work on this."
I got nothing to say, apart from there's going to be a whole lot of hurt and pain in this fight. You watch. That's all I got to say. Talking's been done. The first fight, I talked, I joked, all my career. This time I'm serious. I'm going to do some fucking damage here on Saturday night. Watch me go to work on this fucker.
Frank Warren, English boxing promoter and manager, during the final press conference reflected on the first bout between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk. He described the fight as a closely contested and magnificent spectacle in every way. Frank Warren said that having shared the ring, both fighters now have a better and deeper understanding of each other's strengths and weaknesses, which adds another layer of intrigue to their upcoming rematch. Frank added, "It will be about who can exploit the weaknesses." In addition, Frank stated that he does not see this fight going all the rounds. He expressed full faith in Tyson winning the bout.
He's in a great shape, great frame of mind for this fight, fighting mode. We're going to get an extra special event. Do not blink after the first bell.
In what promises to be one of the most thrilling rematches in recent boxing history, Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk are set to clash once again in Riyadh this Saturday, with both fighters determined to leave their mark on the heavyweight division. From Johnny Nelson's insights to Eddie Hearn's predictions and Adam Smith's camp updates, the excitement and anticipation surrounding this bout continue to build. As the fighters step into the ring, fans worldwide eagerly await to see who will emerge victorious and cement their legacy. We would love to hear your thoughts. thoughts. Drop your feedback in the comment section below and let us know who you want to see win in the upcoming fight. Thank you for tuning in to Boxism for all the latest boxing news and updates. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also, press the bell icon so you can be notified about all our posted content and stay informed about the biggest stories and fights in the world of boxing. Stay with us for more exclusive content and coverage. Until next time.